It's here. It is here. It is finally here. Hello, this is NW97 for another Destiny video. Today, we're going to talk about the Icebreaker. Very specifically, how I love the Icebreaker, how it was back at year 1, how everyone hated when Bungie got rid of Icebreaker back at year 2, and how it come back at year 3, and how does it work with all the content with year 3 right now. So first, I absolutely love Icebreaker. It was my most favorite weapon back at year 1. It was the weapon I used the most. I used it in Crucible, I used it in the raids, I used it in the strikes, Nightfall strikes, heroic strikes, daily missions. I just used it all the time. I absolutely love this weapon. And the coolest thing about this weapon is two things. One, you have the backpack perk on Icebreaker where it makes it so that you do not have any reserve ammo, which is kind of say, but wait, you can't reload on this weapon? Yes, you cannot reload. You don't have any reserves, so you can't reload. But this weapon makes it so you have the ability to reload your ammo every 5 seconds back at year 1. And it reloads every 5 seconds, and you have up to 6 bullets to use with the weapon. So if you shoot this gun, then there will be one less bullet into the chamber. If you use it all of the bullets very fast, then it'll run out, and then you had to wait in order to recharge. I gotta say though, this weapon did a lot of damage during the year 1, and the reason why I did so much damage is because that you want to do as much damage as possible with all of the magazine inside the weapon. So if you shoot all of your bullets into a certain boss at a raid or in the Nightfall, then you'll be making so you have 6 to 8 bullets used on the boss because the timer is still going even though you're shooting the weapon. So you shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have another bullet that comes in the magazine because it's like 5 seconds, and then you do 1, 2, 3, which is 7 total right there, and then you wait for like an extra second, and you could probably get an extra bullet into the boss, and then you can get 8. Because of this, how you could time your bullets, this made it so that the weapon was really good doing damage at very fast paces. The other perk that made this weapon so awesome is it basically had a mini Firefly. Not only that it was a mini Firefly, but that the Firefly made it so that it works not only with headshots, but with body shots as well. The explosion, hole is a lot smaller than Firefly, but it still didn't matter. If a whole bunch of enemies were grouped up together, all of them are going to take damage, or in this case with the gameplay that you're seeing right now, you see thralls just getting exploded. They just blow up as soon as they come near you, and they're grouped up together and they all explode and they disintegrate. It is an excellent feeling. That's what made this weapon so easy. It's basically a mini grenade launcher, if you ask me. So probably one of the most useless perks in back in year 1 was Mulligan, which never procced, which made it so that if you miss, you bring the bullet back. But now Mulligan is actually handy now because it has a 15% instead of like a 5% chance, which is pretty significant. So the thing is, unfortunately, Bungie decided to take out Icebreaker back at year 2, and we just, all of us mourned. I mourned probably the most out of all the community because this is my most favorite weapon of all time. So we had to survive for more than a year without this weapon, and it wasn't like the end of the world, but I felt pretty bad about it. Like Icebreaker was probably one of my most favorite exotics, and probably almost first exotics I got from Xur, honestly. Um, yeah, it was just kind of a bummer. So we had to survive for a year and a half for not having Icebreaker with us. It didn't matter though. There was some still cool weapons in year two. But we had to survive for a year, and at year three, especially in the dawning the dawning event in Destiny, Icebreaker came back because Zavala decided he wanted to be our best friends, and we absolutely love him because of it. So, at year three, we were able to get it. It took me about 5 weeks to get it. It took me. So think of it like this: I have three characters, all 400. I did the Nightfall ever since the Dawning started. I did the Nightfall every week on all three characters. So week one, I didn't get any Icebreaker. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go to Zavala, get this bounty, a special bounty that he has called the Sunrise Bounty, and what you have to do to complete the bounty is complete the Nightfall Strike in a limited amount of time. That's 30 minutes, and get a gold tier medal for the Nightfall. So that means that you have to get a certain amount of points to get gold tier. So if you get, let's say that it's certain Nightfall, and in order to get, there's three types of medals. There's bronze, silver, and gold. And bronze is like you get 10,000 points, and silver, if you get 20,000 points, you get silver, and 30,000 you get gold. So you had to get at least 30,000 points, and this differs on depending on what Nightfall it is. If you get gold tier that you complete it without time expiring, then you get this bounty, and then as soon as you open it, you have a chance. I repeat, a chance of you getting this weapon. So, it wasn't like the hardest thing to do, but then again, it's a Nightfall, it's an end of game activity. So, you had to complete the Nightfall in a certain amount of time and gain a certain amount of points. It's pretty easy as long as you have to kill all the enemies before you have to complete it, and you gotta get a certain amount of points for all that. And as long as you're careful and like you do it fast enough, you'll get the bounty. But the thing is, 14 characters I didn't get. 14 times I didn't get the Icebreaker, which I got super frustrated with. Like I'm seeing all my friends and other people I deal with are LFG getting the Icebreakers, and I'm not. And then once I finally got it, I just went crazy. I was like, wow, finally. So that's probably one of the biggest downsides of getting this weapon right now. You have people like me who took a long time for me to get it, and then you have like people who are lucky who got it like literally the first week, and then you have people who don't have it yet, just right now. So just keep trying it. Eventually you'll get it, and if you don't have it like after like 30 weeks of the weapon being available, then I feel really bad for you. So anyway, how Icebreaker is right now. Icebreaker is still good. Like it's not horrible now. Like unlike some of the weapons that came out recently, like Patience of Time. That's a perfect example of a year one weapon that came out and is absolutely horrible now. So Icebreaker is still good, but I'll tell you this: it's not as good as it used to be. It's not as good as it used to be because Bungie nerfed Icebreaker by, instead of having the timer being 5 seconds, it is now 7 seconds. So now you don't have a chance of getting like 8 bullets into a boss. Honestly, you barely can get 7 on to a boss right now. Plus, what I haven't told you right now is for PvP, when you spawn in, the Icebreaker bullets, they are at 0. So once you spawn in, it's at 0. You gotta wait for, you know, a few seconds so that you can get 1 or 2 bullets. And you know, once you die, the timer repeats. So it could be super frustrating. It wasn't a problem much back in year 1, but now it could be a problem now. And plus, once you use all your bullets and you want to snipe more, you have to wait for a little bit longer in order to use Icebreaker in PvP, which is probably the biggest downsides for the weapon. You know, that nerf makes it so that it's not as useful in PvP than it is PvP. But it's still useful. It's just one extra thing you have to worry about now. And honestly, you know how snipers are right now, then it's probably not the best thing to get to worry about an extra thing of sniping. So for PvP, PvE, it's still alright. It's just you gotta wait for a little bit longer. You know, it takes a little bit longer to shoot bosses and kill them, so that, which is not too bad. In conclusion, Icebreaker is an awesome weapon. I absolutely love it. It's still a good weapon. You know, probably the only thing I have to worry about, I want to get changed is, you know, get rid of that nerf that Bungie made. And also, it has 2 new skins, and one of them is camo. It's fantastic. It's like Call of Duty and Destiny decided to mix together. Well, they are part of the same publisher, Activision. So, hint, hint. You know, I just love this weapon. It's amazing. I am glad that Bungie decided to bring back Icebreaker. And guess what, Bungie? I want Pocket Infinity to bring me back in Destiny. It's a cool weapon. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Comment below on if you love Icebreaker and what's your favorite weapon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I absolutely love Icebreaker, and it's the best. Thank you guys. God bless, and goodbye.